meeting to. Oh, sorry. See how excited. Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. If everyone could please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. So item 3 is presentation, Mr. Staten, on the capital project and vote.
Sure. So Mr. Khan is going to pull up a slideshow and I will walk us through the capital project presentation. Most of you probably have received the news and views already. And so in there, we mentioned the capital project. There was also a little article detailing what it entails. But I'll just, and also back in September, we had a presentation to the board and to the public from some of our friends who are with us tonight. Again, we have Ashley McGraw Associates, we have Day Automation, Schoolhouse Construction Services, and Bernard P. Donegan Financial Advisors with us to help answer questions that I may not be able to field. And this presentation is quite informal, so please, if you have any questions, just stop me and ask. So again, this is our presentation. And the purpose is, and I'm not going to sit here and read this to you, but I'll just talk to each slide. The purpose of the capital project, the first one is facility maintenance. Essentially, we own about $85 million worth of stuff, and when you own that much stuff and it's expensive, it breaks, and so it needs fixing. And so that's what this project entails. Maximization of financial resources. As you can see here, our reimbursement rate is 87.7%. So that's about as close as you can get from a coupon from Albany. So that's a great reimbursement number. And prudent financial planning, fiscal planning relates to the timing, the tax cap. So this is being done, you know, a question was, why is this being done in December and not May? Well, part of that is the previous debt. Part of it is the state aid cycle. So the SED can review this, and part of it is the construction time, because, you know, if we waited till May, we could potentially lose a whole year. You'll see later on the timeline of this project. It takes a few years, even after the vote. So we want to get this vote in as soon as possible to keep moving forward with this project. What is included? So some of this is outdoors, the mill and resurface of the track and field. You know, that's often used by the community, not just by the students, but by the community. It includes steeplechase. And I will tell you, if I'm up there, you can see that there already been a lot of little patch updates. And again, as I stated, even if this capital project goes through, we're still about 2 years away from finishing that. So there's going to be a lot more wear and tear on the track before this is done. Drainage improvements at the softball field. If you've been over there, you know that it holds water. If we wanted water sports, we would have bought a pool. We're not doing that. We need to, you know, clean that up. And that softball field, it's also used for soccer. Again, a lot of these areas aren't just used for students. They're used throughout the whole school year by the entire community. Playground expansion, we want to increase the footprint of the elementary playground. That allows students to run and jump more and experience maybe the American Ninja Elementary edition. And roadway, some minor roadway resurfacing. At the high school, we're looking to replace some of the roofs. Flooring in the cafeteria, some of that's very worn. The bathrooms, classroom upgrades to, again, improve flexibility, and air conditioning. The air conditioning expansion, also known as the Please Don't Melt in May project. If you've ever been in the high school, the third floor during the summertime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the total estimate. I know that looks high. You know, we've tried to negotiate with inflation, but they won't return our call. So there's some very costly elements here. Elementary school improvements, you can see some of this is for safety. The railway and the stairs are for safety. And those units, again, they're just getting outdated. At the middle school, want to update the elevator, replace some of the entrance doors and the classroom flooring that wasn't finished. There are just a couple areas that were not finished from the previous capital project. energy improvements, the LED lighting upgrade district-wide, that will hopefully help us. The current electric bill sometimes looks like a ransom note. So this energy performance contract, we're looking to really offset some costs and save some, maximize some efficiencies. Building envelope improvements, that includes weather stripping, caulking, insulation. It's kind of like a winter coat for the building. Boiler replacements in 2 of the buildings. Our boilers are so old they could run for president. So we need to replace those as well. Told you what you're in for, Nick. Let's talk financials. How much will the entire project cost? You see there staggering, what looks like a staggering $15.7 million. That sounds like a shocking number, but we have to remember New York State is paying for the majority of that. So thank you, Albany. And then the district, we may need to kick in $23,000 just to cover some initial expenses, but in the grand scheme with school finances, that's really a very modest amount on our end. So you see here the expenses for the whole capital project, just over little over 11 million. The energy performance contract that I mentioned, 4.5 million. That gives us our $15.7 million total for expenses. But then the revenues, again, the building aid I mentioned, the retiring debt that's falling off, and the energy savings. So you see those numbers match. So hopefully it's a wash. Everything will balance out. And as we stated earlier, minimal impact to the tax levy. And we've got pretty colors down there for the schools. Any questions on anything I've mentioned so far? Proposition to be voted on. So this is legal jargon that just proves that lawyers are paid by the word. But essentially what this says is fix stuff, update stuff, and don't raise taxes. But you're welcome to read that at your leisure. And the schedule time, as I stated, this is a very long timeline. So next week, next Wednesday is our project vote in room 110 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Fingers crossed the vote passes. Then we go into the design phase kicking off next year, January. New year, new me, nothing says that like architectural drawings from our friends here. So that'll take up the majority of the year. And then hopefully, that gets into SED. And then there's a few month wait where we wait on SED, assuming they approve it. Then the spring of 27 is where construction will begin. And then as you see the timeline there, summer of 2028 is when this could actually all wrap up. So again, even starting as early as we are, we're still looking at a 2.5-year timeline to complete all the projects on this list. So that's again part of the reason why we start in December with a capital project vote. And again, the vote date is next Wednesday. We have an elementary concert that night that starts at 7. So we're encouraging any parents that are coming to the concert to make sure that they vote before the concert starts. As I said, it's right over in room 110 in the high school. Any questions on the capital project? All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you, David. Item number 4 is the Board of Education Subcommittee reports.
Sure. So last night, Mr. Reed and I were at the School Business Institute meeting up at BOCES, and they talked about Dr. Timms discussed financial foundation aid, and it's not a pretty picture what they're looking at potentially for the state. So we just always need to be cognizant about future foundation aid and what we can do to put our school in a good financial standing. And then the policy committee, we did not meet today, but we will hold our next meeting January 13th before the next board meeting at 5:00. And then that's for the subcommittee reports.
Item number 5, the superintendent's report.
Sure. Again, just a reminder, the capital project vote is next week. And then starting next year, actually probably in February, we will start holding the budget workshop meetings with board meetings in conjunction with those. Next Friday, we have one of the members of the Board of Regents, Patrick Manning. He'll be visiting campus. He's going to meet with Mr. Flagg and his high school team to just discuss the NAST, the Giovanni Partnership, and some of the initiatives that they're implementing to help students with their social emotional needs. In the elementary school, there are a lot of concerts upcoming. We've got the kindergarten concert next week, band concert, and a holiday sing-along in the elementary school gymnasium. So this time of year, you know, there are lots of celebrations. Mr. Flagg has arranged for, is this public knowledge, Mr. Flagg, the Duncan sampling? I don't want to give anything away to our students.
Mostly, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, hundreds of people watching at home. Next week on Monday, there's a Dunkin' Donuts sampling event where all students get free samples of beverage of the beverage samples of the Dunkin' Refresher and a $5 promo card. You can sneak it as a student, you're welcome to do it. And I believe staff will be participating as well, so that'll be next Monday.
Very cool decision for them.
And
Yeah,
those are-
yeah.
That's right.
we do have a Chobani distribution this Friday, and I have Parent Square one out this weekend. Laura Hoffman and I will be attending the Lions Club meeting this week, tomorrow night, because they want to hopefully sponsor our handshake program, so that's great community support. And I'm wondering if our student board member can give us an update on some of the other festivities occurring in the high school next week or so.
Next week we have spirit days, and so we all dress up as silly like characters and like fun costumes. And it's just like a fun way to get everyone involved in school. Like you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's just fun. And then we have a pep rally on Friday where we play all types of games. And I was aware that the seniors and juniors and sophomores have their own teams. Mr. Flagg's on my team. But I don't know what this game is. But I heard, because Hush won't tell me. But I heard it's fun and we play games at the pep rally. And we do all these other different things. And I just think next week's gonna be really fun because it's the week before break, and it's just like it's not like we don't do anything, but like it's like lax. Like we don't do much, but like it's like a week before break, nobody really wants to do much, so it's just a really fun way to get involved in school.
And what's that brown construction paper we saw?
That's the front house that me and Miss Maltese are making. And we work on it every day.
Oh, you didn't notice at the entrance library, check it out.
And she like wrapped the whole doors in brown paper.
Try to learn a little bit though, just to try to learn a little bit. Try not to like not.
She's gonna learn how to build.
I get it now, I guess.
That's great.
What is your costume?
I don't know yet. There's I think there's a tropical day, so like wear hula skirt if you want, or like a Hawaiian shirt with Santas on it. There's a character, a Christmas or a holiday character day, so I can dress up as Rudolph if I want. That's probably what I'll do, Rudolph.
You can say Christmas, that's okay.
Yeah. And then there's a pajama day, and everyone will say that students already come to school in pajamas.
But now you guys can all do it on the same day.
Organized chaos.
Right, right.
And then I think there's a colors day where seniors are red, juniors are white or green, like, and then it's white. Maybe gold. So those are all the dates I can remember, but I think there's a sheet outside the door.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you. And I'll wrap up the superintendent's report.
Okay, item number 6, any old business? Okay, item number 7, I will read 7.1 to 7.20. 7.1 is the approval of appointment of a long-term substitute teacher. 7.2 is the approval of a nurse appointment. 7.3 is the approval of a resignation. 7.4 is the approval of a teacher appointment. 7.5 is the approval of a lead teacher. 7.6 is the approval of a substitute teacher. 7.7 is the approval of a substitute teacher. 7.8 is the approval of a resignation. 7.9 is the approval of a laborer. 7.10 is the approval of a permanent appointment of a custodian. 7.11 is the approval of a substitute laborer. 7.12 is the approval of a substitute nurse. 7.13 is the approval of a request to create additional civil service position. 7.14 is the approval of a Board of Education meeting date change. 7.15 is the approval of the disposal and sale of surplus items. 7.16 is the approval of revised reviewed policies. 7.17 is the approval of minutes of the November 18th, 2025 meeting. 7.18 is the approval of treasurer's reports of balances. 7.19 is the resolution authorizing payment of bills approved by the claims auditor. And 7.20 is the approval of Committee on Special Education recommendations. Does anything need to be pulled? Anything need to be discussed?
I just want to remind everyone on 7.2, the approval of nurse appointment that we changed, it should be noted on there, we changed the effective date to December 29th of this year. The nurse will be coming in over break.
Very nice. Okay. All right. Nobody has any discussion or needs anything pulled. I just need a motion to approve 7.1 to 7.20. Mike, all right, I need a second. Never mind. All right, all in favor? Okay. Any abstentions or no's? Okay, so that's approved. Let's see. Item number 8, any miscellaneous topics?
Well done, Patty.
Thank you.
Look at that future.
I actually read it out loud in my kitchen before I came here. It was not bad. And shout out to Marie because she highlighted everything that I needed to read. If I couldn't do that, we really need to rethink this. All right, no miscellaneous topics for anybody? Okay. Item number 9, public to be heard. Anyone?
I actually would like to speak. I just want to give a shout out. First of all, thank you, Mr. Staton, for recognizing the gingerbread house door. And I do want to give a shout out to Ms. Maltese and to Madeline, to all of the students who do help to put together all of the decorations that we have here in the library to help make it festive for Christmas, but then for also all of the other holidays that they're recognizing there. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for all that, for your effort.
It's great.
So anything else? Let's see, item number 10, we do have an executive session tonight. Okay, so I need a motion to go into executive session. Okay. Ron, second. Mike, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. All right, all in favor? Okay. All right.
First thing that seems to.
Is that, did I do anything?